It's time to turn your life-challenging moments into life-changing messages. Welcome to the Power Lift Stories podcast, where we are interviewing women whose stories will leave you lifted up, fired up, and fueled up with hope, courage, and inspiration. We want to thank our sponsor, Powerful Journey, who helps women tell their stories, write their books, and building a profitable brand around both. Join the masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com. That is PHYLLISJENKINS.com. Now here's your host, Phyllis Jenkins.
Hello there to our Powerless Stories community. You are in for a treat today, and if you are listening to this in 2021, it is Wednesday before Mother's Day. And if you haven't decided what you're going to get yet, by the end of today's interview, you will say, okay, either I'm going to add that to my list or that's going to be it. See this beautiful box? Wouldn't that be wonderful for your mom, your wife, your sister to receive either a candle or body wax in such a beautiful box? And this is the body wax, and we will hear more about it because we have the creator of these items here today. Her name is Stacey Scott, and Stacy is the founder, the owner of Staceys Sccentuals Scents. Try to say that fast. So Stacy, welcome. And what I'd like for you to do now is to just add on to what I just said about who you are and let our community know a little bit more about you.
All right. Well, thank you. It is such a pleasure and an honor to be on your podcast. So I thank you. I am Stacy of Staceys Sccentuals Scents. I am the CEO, the candle creator, and everything in between of Staceys Sccentuals Scents. And it is my candle business.
It is indeed. And they are not only beautiful, but the scents are outstanding. And Stacy will share a little bit more as the different scents and how you can get one. But if you look behind her in her background, you will see that there's a collection just waiting for you and for your loved ones. So how great is that? So Stacy, I would like for you to share your backstory. How did you come to create this brand and this business? What's the backstory?
Okay. Well, my backstory, I created my business from a place of hurt. I was married. I've always wanted to be married, and I was just like, oh my God, I have the perfect man. We got the house, the jobs, the cars, and I poured myself into my marriage, as I do with everything. When I do something, I'm giving it all. I'm giving it all of me. Well, I got the most hurtful email, which I really won't go into details, but what I thought I had, I did not have. And I was devastated. Here I was thinking that I had it all, again, and I did not. So I went from a 2,500 square foot house into a 1-bedroom apartment with my mattress and box spring on the floor. And I was grateful, but that was not the place that I knew that I was supposed to be in. And I would lay there, hurt and just replaying everything in my mind. And I was just like, I cannot stay in this place. What is it? I would ask God, Lord, I know you did not bring me here to have me in this place. So what is it that I need to do? What am I supposed to be doing? And I would just lay there and I'd stare at the ceiling. And it just came to me. I love when you smell good. I love when you walk into a house and it smells amazing. And, again, spent a small fortune on other people's products. And so I was like, what about some candles? So I just started researching and reading up about, how to make them, the different waxes, the different scents, the different wicks. And so I bought a starter kit and, it had the step-by-step instructions. And, that was basic. That was just basic. I wanted mine to be, different. I like natural products and like other candles, other companies' candles are really they use a paraffin. I don't like paraffin. I like coconut. Coconut wax is amazing. As we know, coconut water, coconut oils are very good health wise. They are. So I researched it and I found everything that I needed and I started creating them and I fell in love. So I gave some to friends and to coworkers, just my little test audience, and they liked them. And so I was like, okay. And I would always get a positive response from them. So I was just like, okay, maybe this is the business. So Stacey Sccentuals Scents was born.
I love that. I love that backstory. And you went from a place of pain to where you were beginning to pour into other people. And as you were pouring the wax, I think that you've come up with an acronym for using the word pour. And I want you to share that with our listeners, POUR. And it's amazing how God opened your eyes and how you admitted, God, you have more for me. This is not what you have. This is not the end for me. And so talk to our listeners about the pour, POUR.
Okay. Well, my pour is a power word for me. Pour in the acronym for it is the P is for pushing past the hurt. You have to get out of that place of hurt. You cannot stay there. You have a right to feel, however you feel, but don't stay in that place. The O is for obedience. Obediently listen to God. Listen to what He is saying to you. Obediently pursue what it is that He has placed inside of you. Okay. The U is for unwavering until ultimately you got to stand your ground. You got to eat, sleep, think, breathe your product, your whatever it is that you're doing. And the R is for reveling in the light, which I'm doing right now. I'm telling you, I would have never imagined that I would be a business owner, that I would be creating candles. And it's emotional because it's me. I get to pour into these candles the love, whatever it is that the recipient needs. Candles evoke a lot of emotions. They are therapeutic. They smell amazing. You can use them, my candles, you can use them on your skin. So I just love candles. I love it. I love what I do. I love my products.
And you know what? It shows. I have used them, and I'm loving the body wax as well as the candles. And it's as if you reinvent it yourself when you invent it and create it. The brand, the products, and I love that. I love that story because there's probably a woman or two that are listening today who might be in a place of pain. Yes. And when they hear your story of how you didn't stay there. As you said, acknowledge it, but don't stay there, and how
Yes.
it opened up an opportunity for you to do something that you love doing and be a blessing to others, bring happiness, joy, and smell good to the
Yes.
rest of us as well.
Yes.
So I absolutely love that. Love that. Is there anything else about the backstory or the pour that you want to add, and before we move to the next question?
Again, the pour is poured with love. What my pour is, again, I don't create mass, because I think when you do mass, it takes away from the love of the candles. I pray over each of my candles before I even get them ready to ship, because again, I want them just to feel me in that candle. You know what I'm saying? Feel the love that I have, feel the understanding that I have for, whatever situation they may be dealing with. But but that's basically kind of it. Just feel the love that I pour into my candles. Feel that.
Well, I will tell you, we are feeling the love as you speak. You are glowing as you speak, and we know that this is coming from your heart. And I love the fact that you said that you pray over the candles and your products before you ship them out. That is so very special, Stacey. That is
Yes,
so very special. So very special. In a minute, excuse me, I'm going to ask you to share with our listeners how they can contact you, how they can purchase. But before we do that, what are 3 takeaways from today that you would like for our listeners to walk away with?
Well, my first takeaway would be to pour into yourself. We give so much of ourselves away. I believe that God has placed something in all of us, and we need to hone that. That means focusing on ourselves, focusing on that talent, focusing on whatever it is that God has poured into you, so that you can pour into others. But everything starts with you. The second takeaway for me would be to ask God. Ask God. David prayed some powerful prayers. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know he could speak to God like that. But he pushed, he prayed, he asked him to help him, to show him. And we gotta get back in alignment with God. We have kind of lost our way in that aspect, but ask God what is it that you want me to do? What is my talent? And here's what we don't know is that a lot of times it's something that you do on a daily basis. It's something about you that is your talent. It's unique to you. And the third thing would be to trust in your product, trust in yourself. Never forget that you are a consumer, because as a business owner and your name is on this product, you want to give the best. As if you're purchasing, you don't want just anything, you want the best. So never forget that you are still a consumer, and always put 100+% into what you are selling or giving. So those would be my takeaways.
Love that. And totally agree with you. So Stacey, tell about the body wax that I'm holding here. Talk about that, and then the candles, the different scents, and then take us to your website and places where we could purchase.
Okay. Well, the candle, the body wax, we have body butters, and I was like, I never heard of a body wax. So it's funny, I was at one of your events as a vendor, and I was giving hand massages with the wax. And one of the ladies that was working for you was like, that needs to be produced. And I was like, okay. And so that's how I came up with the body wax. It's just the candle without the wick. The same ingredient that I use for the candle, I use for the body wax. And it's natural. It will not harm your skin. It is very moisturizing, not too oily. It's good. So that's how I came up with the body waxes.
That's unique, and I love that. And I will tell you, I like using it because, with the pandemic and everything that we're going through now, wash my hand 1,000 times a day.
Yes,
And
yes.
this helps to keep it
It does.
soft and smooth. So I love this. So talk about the
And
candles.
scented. Okay, the candles, again, my products are 100% natural. All I use is the wax, a wick, and fragrance. That is it. No additives, no preservatives. Again, pouring candles is not what everybody thinks. It's not just getting some wax and a wick and some scent and putting it in a jar. There is measurements that go along with it. So I'm actually like figuring I'm doing adding, multiplying, dividing. You have to be on point, because if you make a candle and you put too much fragrance or whatever, you actually can cause a fire, or you can cause your glass to break. But those are the only 3 ingredients that I use in my candles: the wax, the coconut wax, the fragrance, and the wick. That is it.
Love that. And again, we can see the setup behind you. They are beautiful. What are some of the fragrances or the scents?
Okay. Okay. Well, I have Honey Baby. Honey Baby is that's a good seller. That it's a sweet kind of fragrance. It's not overpowering. We have Sensual, hence the name Sensual Scents. It is it's not a strong scent. It's a mellow scent for me. So we have Dreamy, just dreamy, like a dreamsicle, actually, because you have a little hint of orange in it, a little hint of vanilla. So if you remember a dreamsicle, that's the
Yeah.
concept for Dreamy. Love Rain. Oh, that's another favorite. Love Rain is a little bit stronger. It's a little bit geared toward the men because of the heaviness of the scent. And I think of rainforest. I think of rain, how the feeling that you get when it rains. So Love
Mhm.
Rain, uh, Sugar Diamonds. I love it. I just love the name.
I do
If
too.
you see my setup, I try to invoke all of that with the props, So I have like little diamonds, and it's a sweet smelling scent. And what's my other one? Romance in Full Bloom.
Wow.
Totally girly. Totally girly. Peonies. Peonies are one of my favorite flowers. So it evokes that sense, and it has that essence of peony into that candle. So those are my scents.
Love that. I think that our audience have several. Well, you can either order several or you can choose your favorite, which might be a
Yes.
little difficult after hearing all the scents. So, Stacey, how can we purchase your products?
All right. Well, please visit my website. It is www.staceyscentualscents.com. And I'm going to say it again for you because I'm going to spell it, because it is a
Yeah.
mouthful. So let me repeat that for you all. It is www.staceyscentualscents.com. Staceyscentualscents.com. I use PayPal, so everything is private. I don't share your information. Feel free to shop around. With my product, I try to include different price points for people. I think that is important, especially in the times that we're living in. So again, there's something on there I pray that you like, and price point budget friendly for your pockets.
That sounds great. You've thought of everything and you've included everybody. So we absolutely love that. I will have Stacey's links in the show notes, so that if you were driving or if you just didn't have pen or paper at the time, that you can click the link and go on and order. Again, today is Wednesday. Mother's Day is Sunday. Hint, hint. So enjoy. Stacey, thank you again for being here. May God just continue to bless your business, and as you pour the love into it. And I absolutely love the acronym for pour. So thank you again. It's an honor to have you here, and we will look forward to greater things on down the road.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for having me. It was my pleasure, Miss Phyllis. Thank you again.
You are welcome. And to our listeners, thank you. Have a wonderful day. For those of you who are mothers, happy, blessed Mother's Day to you, yes. Grandmothers. And yes. Or even if you are just a mother figure in somebody's life, Mother's Day blessings to you, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us today. If you are interested in being on the show, go to phyllisjenkins.com. You can also sign up for the Powerful Journey Masterclass or the Speakers Academy at phyllisjenkins.com.